Good morning. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, playing a little music this morning. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Sometimes the phone moves as I figure this out. So I'm playing Spirit Breakout. This version is by Worship Central. And the words say, Spirit break out. Break our walls down. Spirit, break out. Break our walls down. I like the song. I like this version of the song. Break our walls down. Spirit, break out. Break our walls down. Heaven, come down. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Pastor Lisette of Restoration Fellowship. It is Tuesday, Talk About It Tuesday, and I am coming on live Tuesday mornings, 8 o'clock, just to share some inspiration and get us to talk about things that matter in our lives, that push us to be more alive and more present in the world, teach us to be more of our authentic selves as we strive to make this world a better place, as we strive to live as Christians in this world, to live as men, women, siblings, persons, individuals that are striving to bring together our faith and this thing called life. And so I do talk about it Tuesday, and we started it back in February just because there was a moment where we just needed to let people know that we as Restoration Fellowship are here. And so some people join us on Tuesday mornings at 8 o'clock. I know for many people, they are getting ready for work. And so sometimes 8 a.m. is a little challenge. We're so grateful for those who watch our video later. And thank you to those persons that do watch the video. And please feel free to share it with others. I'm going to be brief this morning because I actually have somewhere to go, which is not typical for my Tuesday mornings. But I'm grateful for this opportunity that I have to attend the writing class that I so desperately need, which leads me to today's Talk About It Tuesday, Mission Possible. Mission. What does it mean to be on mission, to be about mission? What does it mean for you to live out the mission, right? The set of plans or direction or purpose that God has put on your life? What does it mean for you to actually look out into the world, for you to connect to your internal heart, the things that make you glad, the things that make you sad, the things that make you want to make a difference in the world, and then connect that with the hurts and the hopes that are out in the world around you. And so Mission Possible means that everything that you have been equipped with, all of your amazing identity and the fabulous gifts that you have, come together in connection with the invitation that God extends to us to address the hurts, but also instill some hopes in the world. And so I'm asking you to talk about, what is your mission today? What is that thing that's been burning in your heart to do? And the thing about mission that I'm learning and that we at Restoration Fellowship are really digging deeper into and wrestling with is that being on mission doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do big things. Being on mission doesn't mean you have to do big things. It simply means that you are willing to, number one, be in conversation with God. Number two, you are willing to look out into the world and see the areas that need your unique personhood, your unique gifts, the everything that you bring to the moment. And then number three, you are in being able to do that, making the world a better place. So what is your mission? What does that mean for you? Are you called to work with children? God bless you if you are. I like kids. I don't necessarily love them, but there are some of us who are called uniquely to work with children in the school setting and out of the school setting. Are you called to work with our seniors, right? The elders in our community, the ones whose families may or may not have left them, the ones who are in nursing homes or in rehab facilities who just want someone to sit with them and talk with them and listen to them. Maybe you are called to help the homeless by providing food or just providing conversation. Perhaps you like working with teenagers, which is my thing. I love working with young people, whether that's in the church or that's outside of the church. Maybe you want to help them with etiquette or culture or leadership. Maybe you want to deal with political issues in the world and get us out to the polls and get people aware of the injustices going on. Maybe you are interested in working with millennials or young adults around honing what it is that they're called to do in the world. You see, I'm just kind of naming off things, right? Things that you may or may not connect with in this video, but there is something in your heart. What's in your heart today? What is that thing? What's that project? What's that organization that you can volunteer with? Who are the other people doing this work in the world, right? Who are the people that you know could benefit from your smile, from your presence, from you just saying, I'm here and I'm willing to do whatever you need me to do. So the reality about mission is that it is directly connected to what God is doing in the world. And I say this as a Christian, and I expand it to all faiths and all understandings of spirituality, that the world is looking for us to show up in ways that make our hearts smile, that bring us joy. And that when we are doing that, we are on a mission. And I just believe with all of my heart that when we are on mission, then we are doing the things that God has uniquely called us to do. And we are making our world better. Now, I can say a whole lot of things about our current social milieu. Milieu is just a big word for our current situation, our social situation. But I believe that if you just turn on the TV, and if you don't watch TV, you read the newspaper, and if you don't read the newspaper, you are on Facebook, and if you're not on Facebook, you are somehow listening to the radio, that you will be able to find all types of opportunities to be on mission. And so I encourage you today, as you talk about it, talk about what is mission about, what is your mission in the world. Talk to others and ask them, you know what's your mission? And I think if we start using the word mission instead of the word called, it might connect a little differently for us, because the word called, are you called to do something, is shrouded a lot in churchy language. And so some people feel like, well, the only people called are people who are preachers, right? People who are going to be pastors. I was talking to a lady yesterday and she said, well, I can't be a reverend because I don't want to be a pastor. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like we need ministers. We need reverends in the world who are not just concerned about preaching. The human condition is everywhere, not just on Sunday mornings, not just in our church. And in fact, I dare you to think outside of the church box and see where you can do your mission right here in Richmond, Virginia, in the city, or whatever city you may be watching this from, whether you're joining me live or you're watching this video later. Trust me, there is plenty of hurt and there's plenty of sadness and there's plenty of anger in order for us to go out into the world and help, in order for us to go out in the world and do mission possible. Because the Christian scriptures, the Bible say that with God, all things are possible. And to make that interfaith with the divine, with the universe, with light, all things are possible. We just have to be willing to connect to our mission and then go out there and do it. And I guarantee you, and you could come back and you could tell me, Pastor Lisette, you weren't right or you were right. I guarantee you that when you get on mission, you will start meeting other people who are either already doing the work or who are willing to come alongside you to do the work. And so that is my encouragement to you today for Talk About It Tuesday. Be on mission because it is possible. It is possible to bring a smile to someone's face. It is possible to donate a book to a child who needs to learn how to read. It is possible for you to visit with the elderly in a nursing home. It is possible for you to work with teenagers around leadership. It is possible for you to advance LGBTQ justice. It is possible for you to raise awareness about sexual and domestic violence. It is possible for you to just show kindness to those in the world that need it. Whatever your mission is, it is possible. I am Pastor Lisette of Restoration Fellowship. I encourage you to talk about mission today on Talk About It Tuesday, to explore what is possible for you and for your community of accountability or even your community of influence, and just try doing one thing. Sometimes it just starts with one thing. Thank you so much for joining me. Want to let you know that we at Restoration Fellowship, we worship on Sundays at 3 p.m. at Diversity Richmond, 1407 Sherwood Avenue. Event door number 4. It's a pink door in the parking lot. And we are there from 3 p.m. to about 4-ish. This summer, we are doing a summer of Bible study. And so we have a modified service where we're singing songs and praying together. And then we are studying the word in connection with what is going on in our world. You know, I believe that when Jesus sent the disciples out, that he did not do it unaware of what was going on around him. Because if you read any of the Gospels in the Christian text, you always see that Jesus was healing people, which meant that Jesus was aware of the social condition of different people. In addition to healing people, Jesus was always about talking to the people that everyone else in the church didn't want to talk to. So we like to, at Restoration Fellowship, explore what it means to connect both the Bible and our lived experience out in the world. So we're doing a summer of Bible study, and we invite you to come out 3 o'clock on Sundays at 1407 Sherwood Avenue. And then Thursdays, we do our prayer call. It's we call it The Call, and it's an acronym for Connect, allow, listen, and then look to God in prayer. We like to check in with one another, and we invite you to be a part of that community. And then I'm always here, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. for Talk About It Tuesday. Would love to hear from you if there is a topic that I have not I have not talked about, and you would love to hear a little bit about or want to, engage about. Feel free to message me through Restoration Fellowship's page or through my Facebook page, Lisette Cross, and we'll be willing to engage you in dialogue. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching this video later. And I encourage you to talk about what it means to be on mission, because the mission is possible. Have an amazing day. Bye.